Well, good morning, everyone. A wee bit later than I usually, but better late than never. So, yesterday, morning gaming house, morning brides. How are you today? I see we both can't spell. There we go. Oh, so I got to 295 yesterday. Well happy. One level in the morning, one level in the afternoon. Yeah. I put some videos up on YouTube. They're good. So today, thank you. Wow, a little bit of wind outside today. Really windy. Anyway, so first things first. Do I have any more forgotten? There we go. A forgotten wisdom. So we take a forgotten wisdom first. So as I've got the extra XP. And of course, taking some of my medicine also helps. Now I changed the build a wee bit. I'm trying out a new amulet I found. I'm not quite as fast as I was, but I think I'm not going to be one-shotted by the fire bombs or whatever else is on the bloody ground. So I got it with total armor. Now I had it triple on willpower. I was going for a double in willpower and a single on envenom. And I got active size here for the ravens, excuse me, as opposed to the attack speed. So we're just sort of taking a look and see how this goes. But I know I'm not quite as quick, because before I had I was maxed out. Probably a little bit too much movement speed, but now it's about 175. It's still fast enough. Where the bloody hell is this XP wire? No, I don't need that. I just need the XP wire. You know, I bet you it's right at the boss. Cool, Bob. Cool. I have no problem when flipping stuff. So you made a little profit. Absolutely fantastic. What was that? Nice. Okay, so we'll kill all. There we are. Well, we might as well just finish this because I don't think I've got too much longer to do these sort of kill-alls. Oh, bit of an axe. These sort of kill-alls can pull everything together. There we go. That was easy enough. Material reserve. Oh, never mind that. Right, so we got the XP well, and we got our... So I'm running the Air of Perdition, and I put on this because it's got armor, and I'm still only 612. And that's with like almost 50%, at 65.8% armor, and I've still only got 612. I suppose what I could still do is I took this max life. I could still take the oh, where is it? Where I put it in my stash somewhere. I could still take some of this Song of the Mountain instead of the life. But let's just take a look at see how this goes. No. Back to the speed runs. $612 armor. Which is still a wee bit better than it was before, I think. And this is not running the armor incense. If I really push came to shove, I could run the armor incense. But I'm hoping that this is going to be sort of good enough just the way it is. And I got extra life in there. Which again should help me not getting one-shotted by the random rubbish that lies on the ground or whatever. So far so good. I might be a tad slower though. Better kind of dead end up that a little bit. But I suppose I'll give up a wee bit of speed for not dying with the stupid shots. Oh, that still went down quick enough. I never noticed what time that was. 120. About a minute 40. Not too bad. If I put this back on again, and run the Era Perdition, that's only 212, which is why I run that combo before the Harley Quinn, which has got the GA on armor and a double to willpower. But it is what it is. That's just the way it rolls. And this rolled attack speed. I can't roll again, so I ain't going to bother trying to roll again. So it's just a case of, that's how it run before. And if I look at what's left in the wake, there's still very little that's left there. So it sort of tells me that the attack power is good enough. But I find that the Era Perdition just clears that a little bit quicker. Ooh, that's a wee bit quick. I think there's a wee bit left. When it clears too quickly, I just worry sometimes that going on to the second floor, that there isn't enough monsters to kill. And I've came across that a couple of times. So when I see that progression bar not being at least sort of 25-30% full, then it sort of gives me pause. But you see, this is clearing quick enough. So everything, but this was a better floor as well. Candles good. But you see, the clear on that was just a wee bit slower, killing that boss. Yeah, of course, Gaming House, of course. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. And then, of course, if I do this, I'm a wee bit slower. Well, actually I do this. My armor is really low. And then I do have to do the armor.
Greetings.
This one.
Hello.
So it brings my armor up.
Greetings.
So this is what I was running most of yesterday. Well, all of yesterday actually, apart from just maybe a wee bit of testing at the end. And if you look at my health bar, it's it goes up and down like a bloody yo-yo. Ooh, that latency is just nasty. And again, this is why when my latency gets up like this, I tend to be a little bit more defensive. Ooh, look at that rubber band go. Heavens almighty. 800. The gaming house has got a tremendous Druid as well. But we do tend to get one-shotted every now and then. But the boss goes down a little bit easier. But this latency is a bit nasty. Maybe I go across onto Gaming House's server, but now latency is 100 milliseconds. Willpower, correct strike chance, not too shabby. Nicely done. What you got in your amulet? Wow, that's a top-notch amulet. Can I have one, please? You killed a black one, 7 to ravens. Nicely done. That's good, Violet. Come on. Ooh, a nice bit of lethal would be good. Damn, this lag is nasty. I did it. Some days it just like pops off like crazy and it's absolutely dropped dead gorgeous lag with 100 milliseconds. But today it just seems to be a bit hit and miss. I run one before and my lag was like 500 milliseconds as an average. It was horrible. We'd still done the run okay, it was fine. But the actual lag is horrible. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. If we can keep this latency down below 150, that'll be okay. Like I say, I still think that's a good. You can even triple that for Wild Impulse. Take away the movement speed and put on Envenom, then you've got a triple. I would suggest that here you've won Toxic Claws, what I would suggest, instead of Toxic Claws, re-roll that into Envenom. However, I know from experience, re-rolling stuff is expensive. Very expensive it can be. Because the RNG on that is just absolutely horrible. But I do think having Envenom on your amulet is probably one of the best that you can get as a passive. But how you get it, it really does depend on how you feel it. See, this is better. This is me at 100 milliseconds. This is nice. I'd love to be like this all the time. Yeah, I mean to say, yesterday when I was trying to re-roll for the Envenom passive, no joke, it did cost me about 2 billion just to re-roll. Never mind what happened. It says you're here, but I can't see you. Now it changes away down here. Strange. It said you were killed up there, and then you appeared down the other. But never mind. Just yet another vagaries of D4. Wow. Love this latency. I don't like this floor though very much, because the monster just really tend to be way too much spread out. In actual fact, the only real reason that I done any trading is because I run out of gold because I'm trying to get the Envenom passive. Really annoying, but it is going to change some of it's going to change for next season. You know, rolling your temper is going to be so much easier, but you'll never be able to triple hit anything because they've changed the way the tempering works. The tempering for next season, unless they change it again, which I doubt very much they're going to do. I mean, the developers. You're only going to temper your base damage or your base stats up to 20 percentage points or 20 points. And then you've got one more roll to make it perhaps a GA or something. Wrong way. And then you've got this sort of further little piece of the puzzle in sanctification. Which can add even more power or a random piece of other stuff to make it either useless or fantastic. There we go, that was nice and easy. So this is us grinding. Grindy. But this is how you get to 300. There is no real other way to get to Paragon 300. It's grinding the pits. No other type of content in the game gets you to 300 in the same sort of time frame as running the pits. And what we aim for is a 90-second clear. Some people can aim for a little bit of a faster clear, but I find that 90 seconds gives us adequate XP per hour, and that's the key. It's all about the XP per hour. So it's whatever highest pit you can do in that 90-second time frame is the right pit for you, and it doesn't matter whether that's 99, 89, 79, 50. It really does not. It's all dependent on you, what build you've got, how quickly you can get through. It's not what anybody says. It's about, oh, you've got to do pit 99 or you've got to do pit 100 or whatever. No, it's about whatever you can do fastest with your build in the right time frame. For me, it's 94.99. These are the sort of good times for me, for my build. So don't get tied into this. Oh, I got an amulet. What did I get? Oh, look at that. Maybe I should take this one. Nature's Reach. Not too shabby. See, I really would like a GA on willpower, a GA on the passive, and then I can re-roll that third stat to whatever. But I just haven't found it yet. We're getting close. We're getting close, but not close enough, as they say. So you'll notice Brad and I, we do split runs. Brad will turn right whenever he hits a split, and I'll turn left or straight on or whatever, where we hit a split. It's different. And if not, we obviously just carry on regardless, because there is only one way to go. And in this way you can maximize your runs. Is it perfect? No. Like here, I've just I just run out a monster to kill. But I'll pick up the drags on the way. But it's you can still maximize your kill rate. And here we've done pretty good time here. Sub 90. So that's the key. XP per hour, sub 90s, in, out, shake it all about. It's as simple and as difficult as that sounds. And I would also, when you're thinking about speedrunning, do it one below the unit of 10. So you see a lot of people running 100, 95, 90, whatever. 85, 90, 95, 100, 105. Do it one below that. If you're thinking about 100, run a 99. If you're thinking about a 95, run a 94. And the reasons are straightforward. Blizzard puts 20% on every unit of 5 in the monster HP, but the XP that you get from it is minimal. There is a difference, absolutely, but it's not 20%. So you can run through that one level below quicker, oops, that's my mistake, than you could at the unit of 10. So that's why you'll find, there we go, that's why you find a lot of the content creators will run 94s, 98, 99s instead of 95s and 100, just for example. And where did I get this? Well, because I was looking at the content creators and seeing, trying to understand what they did. And there was multiples of them said just exactly what I said. One below the unit of 5 and then you're good. And having the best ping speed possible, latency, makes a big difference. So you'll see my latency right now is 169. If I get sort of 150 and below, I'm happy. But if you've got, you know, a latency of below 100, it means that you can actually hit things quicker, because your animations and everything are quicker than if you've got a latency of 200, 300. So getting a good ping speed is actually extremely important. I just wish I had a more consistent ping speed. Look at this. This is what I don't like about this floor. And for certain builds like the teleport, you need, without a doubt, to get perma evade. So you're teleporting all over the place. You're going boing 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 boing. Then you need preferably about 50 milliseconds. Which is one of the reasons I changed from the Druid to, sorry, I changed from the Sork to the Druid. And let's open up this first. Yeah, let's just do the obols. I noticed them way up high. No. Nothing here better than I've got. Maybe put them in here. Look at them later and decide. Right, so here I am only gambling for amulets, because one of these days it's going to give me a perfect amulet, but just not today. Not even a GA in amongst that bunch. Sorry, varmint. Let's... And then you're really wanting Envenom. That's only there. And then Call of the Wild, which is companion skills. And that's about damage when you're healthy, which you are most of the time. Companions. Unstoppable. And Grizzly. And then where is my kilt? On we go. That was my bad. I should have took that little detour. But I wouldn't focus too much on how much poison damage you do. This is more crit and overpower build. So these are the actual two that you should be focusing on a little bit more. Poisoning comes way down on the list. And your Stormcrows here deals lightning damage. That increases... What I've got on here is Rampaging Werebeast. Then your companion skills deal additional damage. Companion skills deal damage. And then I've got retaliation, because we are fortified a lot of the time. Bum, bum, bum. Now if you're wanting a poison build, then probably Pulverize is the better option. And then the Rotting Lightbringer, which does poison damage. Ooh, damn it. Look at that. 500, 700. This is what's wrong with me. This is the difference when of having a decent ping speed. I was carried there by Bard a lot. Oh, 2G8 axe. And now my latency is 85 milliseconds. Go figure. What was that 2G8 axe? Willpower damage. See, the problem is, you know, that would be a decent article. It's willpower damage and overpower. But the implicit is damage over time, which we don't have that much of. Although the ravens do have a little bit of sort of damage over time, because you leave them behind or you put them in the front, and they actually do a little bit of sort of damage over time. But it's not the main focus. Spiders. Not your friendly neighborhood spider. So even if we like Bard and I here, when we come to these little islands, one was going to the top and one was going to the bottom. And it's just these small things that can help the clear times. Look at that. Oops. And that was with a death. We're doing good here, Bard. I think we're doing good. It's just these random fire bombs on the floor or poison or whatever. Still got 22 minutes. Put that down here. I still prefer this one, I think. The other one, even though it's got a little bit more armor, but I think in I'm happy the way that this runs. So I just spent sort of 2 billion trying to get that other amulet up and running, and I end up using this one anyway. Ooh, Bard. Another random. You know, I sort of last night, at one point, I was just getting killed by the boss. It was like 3 bosses in a row that just took me out with a one-shot. Which sort of prompted me to have a look for that other amulet. But no, I've still went back to this one. Went down easy enough.
Sausages.
Just give me one tick. Be with you in a jiffy. There we go. Now the amount of XP you need to get from 295 to 296 is, oh, nice. So here, this, for teams, this is a very nice floor, as long as there's enough of the monster density. There's the second floor right there. But with the right monster density, we can get sub 1 minute on here. And I'm keeping half an eye on where Bard is. Oh yeah, baby. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! And even though that was me doing a little bit of rubber banding. What was that? "51 seconds? That's damn good. No matter anybody's language, that's good. 51 seconds. Awesome, Bard. And that was me at the end, being a second or two late into that fight. Oh, if we could do that every single run. But the conditions just have to be perfect. Like they were. Good ping speed, good monster density, good monsters, good floor. Unfortunately, they're not always like this. And yeah, your ping speed has to be up. Because if you noticed at the end of that run, I rubber banded just a little bit, just like this. Oh, I'm well happy with that 51 seconds though. This floor is always a little bit tricky. The amount of times that I've ended up in a dead end and having to run all the way back to the beginning to take the next for one monster. It just it's irritating to say the least. Although this not too bad. Kaboom. Oh, I can't spell. Yeah, 51 seconds is my record for any season. No matter whether that's been a solo, a duo, or in a group. That was awesome. See, I'm just taking the left and Brad is taking the right. It's just the little things that can speed up the run. And then I'll just play cleanup. Okay, I see Brad down there, so I'll go up here. Ooh, that's a lot of poison that just came out of that. Just a little over a minute. $69 seconds. Ooh. Not too shabby. There are some floors that are just better than others. But even like this, I think this is a good floor. Because it's a fairly good monster density. The only problem is with that floor, it's really good for a sort of single, for solo. I'll take the lethal, come down the stairs, and there's not much here. Oh, I could have went the other way. I missed a couple of seconds on that. See, Brad's doing such a good job in clearing, there's nothing here for me. A little bit slower, but still good. If you think of our goal of 90-second clears, we very rarely have actually made clears of over 90 seconds. Two GAs first, single GAs last. And then I always go 3-1-2. And then whenever my blood power comes up, hit the blood power. And apart from that, I think it gets tired from pressing number 4. And then it's just holding down the move button, right, left click, holding that down to move. I've tried the gyro to do the teleport, but I just can't get it to really work properly. It's just me. It's not the gyro in itself, it's just me. Better players might be able to get that down, up and running pretty damn easy, but I just find it having to press the space bar all the time is just irritating. Boom. Oh, excuse me. You know, because 90 seconds clear time should give you an in and out of 2 minutes, no more than, depending on your... Ooh, depending on your ping speed. If it's like mine right now, it's horrible. Do I get fixated on my ping speed? Yes. Because look at this. Because my latency is 1000. I'm looking for a different VPN server. I looked at NordVPN. Wow, bloody hell. Almost 3000. Okay, well, we won't get any fantastic clear times with this bloody speed. This is where 500 seems fast. I'm just happy I didn't die. That was horrible. And yet now here we are again at 100. As I said, I've been on the trouble for a different VPN server. I looked at Nord, which many reviewers say that, you know, it's the best. But then they say they can't guarantee the uptime for China, so well, what's the bloody point? Because I'm sitting in China, I need a VPN to play the game. Connor, thank you. Yeah, Bard looks cool. I say, look at that. I'm just a fat dude. Yeah, that lag got nasty. Almost 3000. Yeah, look at that. He looks cool. Big horns. There we go. That's much better. Yeah, Connor, 5. 5 and 2/3. We'll get one level today. That's the goal, is one level a day for the next X number of days. But I will be taking some time off on Thursday because my nearest and dearest comes back from her trip to Europe. Whoa, come on, get up there, let's stop being silly. Anyway, if anybody has a really good recommendation for a VPN, I'm all ears. Because it would seem that NordVPN isn't the right one to get. The initial build for this is not really that hard to get. It's relatively easy in comparison to a lot of different builds. Now, to get to where we are, that's not so easy because you do need to get the mythics and the chaos armor. So I got the Air of Perdition on, Kill to Blackwing, and again this is 7 to Ravens, and hitting triples on anything is difficult to get. Double GA, Fist of Fate, double GA. So to get this gear is not the easiest, but there are build guides out there. I don't have a sort of early mid-game build, but if you look at, I think Zyre, let me just oh no, not this one. But there are let me just see if I can find the right just give me a minute. Trying to find a one with a sort of mid-game build. Okay, this so there's multiple ways in how to get here, but to get to where Bard and I are, it's a journey, just the same as anything else. Lil Puppet, good, thank you very much. We're running here with Gaming House, running some pits, and when my latency is okay, we're doing well. We're having fun. Don't forget the water. It's water, not vodka. too early in the day for broadcast. Yeah, my latency has been up and down like a bloody yo-yo today. Look at this, there's I don't know if you can see this, but my latency is like 900. I'm gonna get yanked back to wherever I was. Yeah. Gee. The only thing I'm happy about is I'm not dying. It's funny. When a latency of 200 seems to be fast. Oh, come on. So if anybody can recommend a good VPN, I'm all ears. Oh, I can't pick up any more obols. So we can go and do some gambling. Right. So I always gamble for the amulet in the vain hope that I get the perfect amulet. And what's the perfect amulet, you say? Well, for me, it's pretty much like this, except for GA. I'm okay with not having a GA to movement speed, because then I can roll that away, but willpower and venom. That is the two that I really would like. Thank you very much. Did you hear me, Blizzard? That's not too shabby. I'll keep a hold of that. Damage toxic claws. Again, not too shabby. And none of the rest are really. Let's try again. None of them GA. Okay. Well, we'll keep a hold of these couple. Oh, jeez. I'm filling up with bloody junk again. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention. I've got a little bit. I have none left either. There we go. And Zarto, you're welcome. I get stuck in the basic things like open the gate. No, don't press anything. Oh, did I? No. Okay. You know, this one, you can do as many waves as it gets. And my record doing this particular one with these winged beasties is something like 31 waves. I think we might beat that. I mean, say, look at all the XP globes sitting on the floor. I'm running out of spirit. 35, 36, 37. Awesome. We might as well take these. Well, that's my record. I know, hey, look, 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 we got it. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna be right back. Couple of minutes. Okay, that was quick. Didn't want to waste the XP well. Where did Bard disappear to? Okay, when you finish having fun, Bard? I need to take some medicine. Put this in here. Take them. And get rid of them. No worries, Bard. I need to take some medicine. Right, let's hope the latency keeps. Town is lava. And we meet up here. Nope, down that way. Around the corner, then up the stairs. There you go. Couple of druids running good. Oh, no, there. You just have to follow. I'll do clean up. Should just maybe make it into below 90. Just to be tied over. Not bad. Wow. Blue Jays game is 5-4. 5-4? Baseball, yeah? For those who are interested in baseball. Ooh, not here at all. Play catch up. Play cleanup. I'm the janitor. Look at that. Brad has just cleared everything. Not every map is easy to actually split. Well below 90 seconds on this one. Oh, that was pretty quick. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 58 at 68 seconds. That's pretty nifty, considering I hardly done any killing. Yeah, I like your new amulet as well. My perfect amulet will drop eventually, probably on the very last day of the season, and then be absolutely useless. I can't do anything with it, not even take it into the Eternal, because everything's changing. But the full price build is still pretty strong this season. Take the channeling. Another nice run. I think that was pretty much the same time, 69 seconds. Consistency. Love it. Yeah, I'm just making myself jealous again. That's a top notch. But repurposing old for new, perfect. Perfect. Den Mother? Yeah. See, Den Mother takes about 5 seconds to come down, otherwise that would have been a third in a row below 70 seconds. Never mind below 90. That means they're drawing now. What is it? First to 9 or something like this? I don't know anything about baseball. Football's my game. I'm not the American version either. This could be another. This can be okay. This is a much better dungeon to run when you're running in a group. It can be a right royal pain in the bum when you're running solo. Come on, come on. We can do this. We can do this. Yeah, just a little bit. Still pretty damn good. They played 9 innings in the game, but you've already played 10 if it's 5-5. I thought you were winning 5-4. 5 and 4 is 9. So they should have won the game, should they not? Yeah. Ah, huh? Ah, god damn it, here we go again with this bloody latency. It'll fix itself out again, little by little. Really upsets me at times. Oh, we'll take some of that. So it's still possible the other team can win. Dodgers are stacked. Stacked, you mean lots of good players? Oh, you're coming in with all these terms that I've absolutely no idea what the hell they mean. I mean, stacked like they're... Great Staff of the Crone. See, on my ring, I've got resistance to all. And for me, that one is the most important stat on this particular ring is resistance to all. A lot of good players. Now that I can understand. Ah, come on. This way. This is a little bit of a difficult one to navigate around to get a good path. So many corners and doors and even in here we can sort of split farm that a little bit. One on either side. Because these are fairly wide open floors. Cool. There we go. So they got 2 more possible to go. Okay. So if the Dodgers win 3, they've won the game. I guess you could go on for hours and hours and hours about talking about this. It would be nice if Blizzard could find a way to allow you to have Subo so you can see where all the monsters are. Again, it helps a lot with pathing through the floors. I've asked them tons of times, but they don't seem to listen very much. God damn it, look at this. Yeah, I guess cricket's not the easiest game to understand either. Right, 11:06. I've got about 20-25 minutes. And then I have to be away, cook some lunch. So that's enough run for about 10 runs, roughly. Or 2 runs with my lag doesn't actually get better. Oh, heavens almighty. Oh, come on, come on. Aye. Totally the lag. I have no idea what the hell. I was lagging so much I have no idea what hit me. And yet now here I am, 103 milliseconds. I think therefore I am. Sorry, I just had a bit of a brain freeze there. I was thinking my grandfather, he really enjoyed cricket. He could spend hours in front of the TV watching cricket. And for me it was like watching paint dry. And yep, cricket is a very popular game. Different countries in the world. India, Pakistan, West Indies, Australia, New Zealand. Lots of money to be made in these games as well. I don't know, to me it's like, you know, there are games that I sort of enjoy playing, but watching, just can't get into watching. Sure.
Hello, shining.
Come on.
Hello.
Come on. I know you want to give it to me.
All finished, are you?
Well, at least there was more than one. Willpower, max life, and resonance. Well, it's a keeper, but max life. Life per seconds, willpower, max. See, I'm okay with even this willpower, a GA to willpower. But if it had been one of the other two had been in Venom, that would have been perfect.
Use it well.
You know, just the other day I went through this and
Horseshoes and nails.
junked a lot of stuff.
one more?
Willpower, crit strike. Because if I'd say, okay, I can look at that later, and I end up never looking at it later, and I end up with this again, except for across all the tabs, which I'm close to anyway. You wouldn't think it, but I really did have a clear out just a few days ago. I have sold some things that I thought were worth selling, but of the vast majority of them, I just salvaged. I know it's like a bit of a waste, but you know, selling stuff takes time, and I'd rather spend the time on the game. But it's helped me to be able to re-roll stuff. That was the real cost killer. Re-rolling, trying to get in Venom. Oh, billions over different amulets. And then masterworking, then remasterworking. Oh. You know, in general, I'm sort of okay with the masterworking. The only thing I wasn't okay with really the masterworking was trying to hit triples. And you're going for the last triple and it doesn't hit, so you have to go all the way back to 0 again. If it could have just sort of made it so it held every 4 levels, so you only go back 4 levels, I would have been perfectly okay with that. Perfectly okay. And now they've went and changed the complete system. Which has made everything in your Eternal obsolete. Yeah, well, the only thing, as I say, the only thing that really annoys me about the masterworking, if they could have held it at every 4 levels, then I'd have been just way happy. It's getting that third. I'm sort of even okay with the first, excuse me, the first 8 levels, but it was so annoying. And I've done it so much. I'm sure everybody has had the same experience. You're trying to hit that triple, but just the third one is the one that just so annoying. But now we have this new system. And we'll see how it goes from there. Let's see what changes they've made from the PTR into the live server, because there definitely will be changes. Getting 20 levels from killing a world boss, I doubt very much is going to stay in the game. And when I was in leveling, from one event in the Helltide, a Hellspire got me 12 levels. So I think that there is definitely some of the experience level that's going to change, I think. And there were a lot of bugged builds as I was watching some of the content creators do their job. But leveling was not a problem. But getting through some of the season journey was a bit of an issue. I couldn't get past the second level in the season journey because it kept asking me to do a particular thing where I'd got everything. So that, you know, I'll put that feedback through. So there were obvious sort of bugs in the system. And I'm not too sure about this sanctification setting at the very end, where you can have the potential to change an aspect. Ooh, we're both... Sorry, that was probably my fault. I should have went the other way. So if you've got like a GA on your Harlequin for cooldown reduction, there was a potential for it to change into something else. I'm not sure I want to take that. Oh, where are we? Take that risk. Is it worth the rewards? Not sure. Hey, I'm almost 50%. Hey Brad, you're 292. Yeah, exactly. Well, I think it's even worse if he got the sanctification and it changed the way the actual one that you really were after, like in the Harlequin cooldown, changed it into something else. That to me would have been would just be jaw-dropping. But we'll do it anyway, because the reward is got some good potential. Ah, heavens almighty. See, I got nothing to do. I'm just running after Bard and he just clears everything. Thank you, Bard. But people are going to use it anyway. and we'll hear the sob stories coming out, probably from me. I had a perfect amulet, and I tried to make it even better, and I totally screwed it up. I'll be crying all the way to the bank. Oh, come on. I don't know what it is about this, just... yeah. You know, I sort of don't mind something being indestructible, but the possibility of taking away a key stat on an item and replacing it with some garbage, oh, that would be tears. Tears, that would be. But I guess where you might go with this is that you have two items. Not two items. That means something else. Two items that are very similar or not exactly the same. Wow. See, it's a triple GA, and it's a nice thing. But when would we ever use this on any of our builds? But that is a triple GA, but as they say, exactly. But it's a triple GA amulet with some good stats. It's one of these items that you're at the end of the season, you've still got it and going, what am I going to do with this? Do I take it to Eternal or do I junk it? Still have a bit of protection, because why not? See, I can just stop hitting stuff because there's nothing to hit. We're a little bit down here, but we got him. Oh, look, and then I run away from the thing. Good runs. Right, Bard, I think I've got 2 more runs left in me, then I need to leave. So everyone, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate you watching Bard and I run some 94s. Thank you. And hopefully these last 2 we can pull another out of the hat and get a sub 1 minute. Just in case you missed it before, we actually finished a run in 51 seconds. Incredible. Everything was just perfect though. It was on the desert floor, the all-in-one. Good monsters, good monster density. Just 2 good ping speeds, 2 good latencies. Everything just came together perfectly. As it has to do when you get runs like that. Now I can stop running for a while. There we go. Nice run. "72 seconds. Keep our fingers crossed for the last run. Keep our fingers crossed that we have some good densities and our ping speed retains its good high levels. Okay, there's the second floor. This reminds me of the floor that we were on when we run the 100. Sorry, run the 51. Come on, where are they? Where are they? We haven't got 51, but can we get a minute? Oh! For goodness sake. That was a good run. Ah. Damn it. Oh well. Que será? But thank you, Bard. Thank you very much. Thank you for these runs. These have been some awesome runs. And a 51-second. Top notch. No worries. Well, we're going to be out of here now, so I have to go and make some lunch for my daughter when she comes home. Preparation time. So we shall see you maybe later this afternoon. And if not this afternoon, then later. No, tomorrow. More than likely tomorrow. So, in the meantime, I will say it's time to go. And thank you very much, one and all, for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.